going on, of course, like I said, we are going to be without Jackson Arnold, so a big question mark really ever since we changed offensive coordinators was who's going to be at the quarterback position. Who are we going to have take over? Is it going to be Michael Hawkins going forward? And that's honestly, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not so worried about the quarterback position as many Oklahoma fans are, but QB John Mateer from Washington State, a lot of speculation that he might be able to come over with Ben Arbuckle to this new rebuild offensive, a powerhouse that we're trying to build. And while I look at John Mateer's stat line, I see his highlights and everything that he's been able to put together up there at Washington State. I think he would be a great quarterback to add to the system, and I would love to add him. I would love to bring him in with open arms and see what he might be able to do, especially with that he already understands the system that Ben Arbuckle is going to run. He's very, very smart, very quick. He's able to go through even his third read. He's also very smart and knows when to run. He's athletic and fast enough to get out of the pocket, get downfield. He's one of those guys. Absolutely, I would love to have him come to Oklahoma, but I'm just not too concerned because I do think with the quarterbacks that we've got right now, especially when you talk about Michael Hawkins, if we could keep him around, I see the potential that Michael Hawkins could have in this Ben Arbuckle offense. But John Mateer is one of those. It's kind of still working out whether he's actually going to leave Washington State or stay. Right now, as we know right now, he's still expected to be playing for the Washington State Cougars in their bowl game. So right now he's still there. But we as Oklahoma fans know that Caleb Williams, he played the bowl game against Oregon for Oklahoma. That would have been the transition from Lincoln Riley over to Brent Venables. And so, that's one of those guys that we can look back at and see, hey, he played his bowl game here. Who's to say that he won't end up transitioning over just like Caleb Williams did? So that's definitely still out on the table, and Wazoo is doing everything that they can do to keep him around there at Washington State. And so far from what I've heard from really any kind of reports, is that he is a team guy. He's expected to be playing their bowl game, and he's even expected to possibly stay there because of what Washington State is trying to offer him to stay around. They want to keep him there because he's a great player, and anyone would be lucky to have him around. Another name kind of mentioned real quick is Darian Mensah out of Tulane, another guy that has been mentioned, but I see Darian Mensah is one that I'm not as excited about because I don't think that he really has as high of a ceiling as Michael Hawkins would, especially under this Ben Arbuckle offense, where Mensah, he might have more experience, but I just don't think that he really adds anything extra to the game that we could get out of Michael Hawkins. And that's being optimistic about Michael Hawkins because we saw how that turned out. But no official news on Mensah or Mateer really. But like I said, I'm not too concerned with the quarterback position because we also just brought Jet New over, who would be probably sitting on the bench but learning this year and trying to get a little bit more familiar. And maybe next year even, I guess this upcoming season and the season after would probably be, let's say it's Michael Hawkins. Then right after that, we might have Jet New come in and be able to do something for Oklahoma. And who knows, maybe he moves up even quicker than that. I'm not too concerned about the quarterback position. I think being the University of Oklahoma, I think you have a lot of room to look around at just about anyone you want as a quarterback to play as quarterback for the University of Oklahoma. It's a program that's known to put up big numbers with their quarterbacks and to recruit good quarterbacks. I'm not too concerned about the quarterback position, although I might be proven wrong going into next season. So maybe we do want to get a guy like John Mateer. I think out of anyone that could be a possibility, personally, I would love to bring Jackson Arnold back and talk him out of transferring out. But if he is gone, then I think John Mateer would definitely be at the top of my list in terms of guys that we could bring in. Hey Sooner fans, did you enjoy this video? Well, go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What are you doing if you've made it this far and haven't already? You should be able to find that subscribe button over here. And then if you want to see full episodes, we've got those up here and clips right down here. So go check that out. But we thank you all so much for all the love, all the support. We'll catch you next time. Boomer.